Hello everybody! Belarus selected their song for Junior Eurovision last week, and in the end it went to Alexander Mlikhanov with the song Music of My Victories. It was decided on a tie-break situation, which we'll explain in a bit. But yes, this is the song going to Belarus. Emily, as usual, what are your first impressions on the song?
I'm just going to start off by saying the national final was a very strong one in my opinion. Probably one of the best they've had in quite a while. I remember watching it last year and there was like one or two people that could have gone, and in the end the right song went. This time I had quite a few favourites. There were quite a few strong songs, a few weaker ones, but I think this was definitely one of them that deserved to be in the top spot just because of how fun it is. I know that it featured a hoverboard, which was a bit strange, but obviously that's what kids like these days, so perhaps it might, if they leave it in the performance, it might, get people to well, I know it's jury vote, but they might get the kids jury vote, I don't know. But it's upbeat and it's fun, and I just genuinely like the song. It's a good performance as well.
Yeah, the national final itself, it was okay. It took a while to get going for me. Like I said, the first 6 songs I could kind of chuck out, but the 4 that followed that were pretty good songs. Like, they could all have gone. I'm not sure if the right one went or not, in my opinion, but we'll get into that in a bit. The song itself, it's good, but I wouldn't put it as highly as Belarus's previous entries. So, Emily, what do you think about it first? Like, the good points. What do you like about the song besides the hoverboard?
Well, I just like how fun it is. It's very kid friendly. It's not doing anything too mature or anything. I'm not sure how old he is, but I think it suits his age or how old he looks anyway. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't really have anything too bad about it, apart from the fact that when I try and think of the song, I don't remember it, and this is after 3 or 4 listens now. I still don't really remember the song too much as, say, Russia's entry that just gets stuck right in your head because it has such a catchy, chorus and things like that. So that would be probably something I don't like about it as much, but it's still a good song.
That's good. Yeah, like I said, for a mainstream pop song, it's perfect. I think the kids' jury are going to love it. I think they will keep the hoverboard because, again, that will probably appeal to the kids' jury and it's something they will remember. Like I said, it's okay. It wasn't my favourite. I must admit, we were watching this together from First Impact. I kind of thought, is that Ilya Volkov coming back? Just on the image. But I think, yeah, that's my main drawback with Belarus. When you said about it's not memorable, that's why I don't put it as highly as the other previous 3 entries, like Ruslan, is that you say his name? Last entry. Mm-hmm. Yeah. SoCal and Ilya. There's always something about it you can remember. And I think this is relying a lot on its staging to be memorable, because the staging was quite memorable and impressive, but the song is falling a little flat at the minute. But he performs it very well, he's very confident. I don't think if it is a big stage he's going to get swallowed up by it either, because of his confidence, and just that performance element is there. So, like I said, everything's there for Belarus, but I don't think it's going to do as well for Belarus as it has in the past. I think this might be a disappointing year for them, sadly.
Yeah, I agree.
As we said, they had to decide Alexander in a rather bizarre way. I will now explain. Obviously, they did a jury and a televote, and they did it the old-fashioned way of first gets 12, down to 1, like a normal Eurovision. And there was a tie for top spot between Alexander and Olga. Olga won the televote by 7,000 votes, which was a little bizarre. Alexander came third with 2,900 and she got 11,000. I'm not sure how that happened, I'm still concerned. But Alexander won the jury and Olga came third, so they tied with 20 points each. So it looked like they brought on the jury members who had these little hearts, and they gave one to their favourite acts. All I know is they had 9 people walk on the stage and go, I want this one. Alexander got 7, Olga got 2, and that's how they decided, but none of us really had any idea what was going on. But moving on to that, Alaga song, what did you think of it? It was quite an upbeat number, it was song number 9. The Beat of a Heart. As I said, it won the jury by public by 7,000 votes. What were you thinking of it?
Right now, not sure what I did think. Because right now I don't remember it any more than I remember the actual entry. But I know at the time it still wasn't like one of my favourites. It was my 5th out of 10. So it was an okay song. I can't really comment too much on it though, as I don't really remember it too much now, but it was okay for me.
Okay. Like I said, I remember listening to it, and so in the national final I was struggling a bit, but I was like, okay, these last 2 songs have been quite good, maybe this will be. And it was a very loud electronic pumping song. It was good in that sense, it like made me want to move a bit. I was like, oh, okay, this is quite funky, but... And I see why it won the televote, because it was a televote pleasing song, but it was very repetitive, very fast, I found. I think she said the chorus about 5 times, like it was the opening line, and it was the closing line, which I never really understand the music, and I remember more of the pink hair bits and the sort of feathers more than, say, I remember more of that than her performance herself. She didn't look too happy when she lost, and, you know, fairly so, but it's a competition. But, yeah... It was an okay song. I see why it won the televote, but if it went, I wouldn't have been too upset because I had it on the same sort of level of Alexander, but like I said, neither were my favourite. But as usual, Belarus threw up a bit of a mixed bag with the national final. There was a song which literally, its opening line was red, blue, green, yellow, tell me what's your favourite colour. I still love that. And Emily does not. So, finally, to wrap this up, Music of My Victories by Alexander Nikonov. What is your score out of 10 at the moment?
I'm going to give it a 7.5, mainly because I don't think it's as good as Russia, but maybe if I listen to it more, it might go up, might go down. I never know with my rankings, like how much, like what will happen in the end. It usually completely changes.
Okay, I'm going to match you actually, 7.5, mainly because it's a good song, it's inoffensive, there's not much I can really hate on as a song. I just think it is Belarus's weakest entry in the last 4 years, and I hope with the staging they don't just do what they did when they did close-up shots on the hoverboard, because that's kind of forcing a gimmick too hard. But the song itself and his performance, yeah, can't really fault. It's a pop song, it's Junior Eurovision, it's a very token Junior Eurovision pop song. So yeah, 7.5. I think it's a very fair score, and I still think it'll do about 6th, 7th. So that is what we think of Belarus 2016. Is the music of Alexander going to be the musical victory for Belarus? Let us know here on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or say drop us a comment. Make sure you follow the Eurotrip, and make sure you follow us during the Junior Eurovision Contest, because we will be out there broadcasting it and doing everything we can to bring you news. Thank you very much, and we will speak to you when we have more news for you.